Welcome to Skull and Mortar. I'm John Barker, and today we are gonna cook the picanha. The picanha is a piece of meat that a lot of people in the United States are not really hip to. It's super popular in Brazil, and if you watch Guga, he cooks a lot of these, man. He does them all kinds of ways, but I'm gonna show you today how to cook a picanha on your smoker and get one of the most amazing beef flavors that you will ever have in your entire life. So today I'll be using my Dow Strong slicing knife. You can buy yours down in the description below. Every little bit helps the channel, so we definitely appreciate you clicking those links. Step one for this is we want to cut these into steak-sized pieces. So you want to make sure that you go against the grain and cut a nice thick. For the most part, we're going to try and stick to about 2 inches or so. Could go about 1.5 inches, whatever makes you happy. Cut it thinner if you want. Doesn't really matter. And again, you should always put paper towels underneath your cutting board so it doesn't slide like that. I don't, because safety is not really my forte, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in here. I'm living a life of danger. There's a lot of fear that other people see when they see me operating in a kitchen setting. They're very scared for my safety, and we just kind of roll with it. So that's what we're looking for right there. Now, if you notice here, the picanha has a really nice fat cap on it. You want to leave that on. Don't cut that off of there. That right there is about, what, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. That's going to be perfect. You see, it doesn't have a ton of fat inside of it, so we're going to really lean on that fat. Now, for this next step, you'll want to use some metal skewers. You can use wood skewers if you want to, but you'll need to soak them and do all that crap. Metal skewers are way better for things like this. And we're going to kind of do this like they do in Brazil, and we are just going to push the skewer through, maybe if I can get it through without stabbing myself, and then kind of bend it over a little bit so we can squish it down some like that. You can skip this step if you want to, but I mean, if you're gonna cook a Brazilian steak, you might as well skewer it, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the worst skewer job of all time. And literally, that's it. You just kind of want to get that look right there. We're going to skewer up the rest of these guys. Good thing I'm not professionally skewering, because this is rough. If you're watching this video for a skewer tutorial, then you picked the wrong one. Let's see if I can get this little flap on here. We're probably going to overcook it, but you know, whatever, man. Waste not, want not. All right, so we have our meat skewered. This is what it should look like. Come on, dude. Fire. Now, I'm going to take this greasy meat covered glove and I'm going to put it into this salt right here. The next thing we're going to do is season this thing, all right? And I already know I'm going to get it in the comments, blah, blah. I'm going to throw this salt away and wash this dish and get over it, man. It's going to be okay, all right? And now you just want to get a nice salt coating. This is the queen of meats, man. It doesn't require a whole lot of seasoning. Get a little salt on your table. You know how we do here at Skull and Mortar. And make sure that you get all of the sides, okay? We want a good even coating of salt throughout. Get the fat cap, get it all. That's all the prep work it takes, guys. We have our smoker up to 300 degrees. We're running a blend of, it's got a little bit of hickory, it's got a little bit of cherry. I like those flavors with beef, and it has a touch of pecan. That's the smoke we're using. We're gonna throw these on our smoker at 300 degrees. They're gonna take anywhere from 1.5 hours to 2 hours is what I expect. But we're gonna be monitoring our internal heat. We're gonna put it in the thickest steak of each skewer with these badass meter probe thermometers that you can buy, again, in the description below. Now, there is a possibility that these skewers are going to affect the temperature a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and check these in about 45 minutes just to see if I think everything is working right. But it's time to get them on the smoker, my guys. Look at this meat, man. Look at all this juice on here. So when you smoke a steak, you're not necessarily gonna get the crust that you would get if you grill it or you use a torch on it or something like that. But I really want this perfect smoked experience here. So I'm not gonna do anything else with this. I'm gonna let this juice stay. Look at that. Juice all over the board. If you're wondering if they're juicy, just look at the board, my friends. That steak is gonna be phenomenal. Now we've cooked these to a medium. All right guys, we've waited long enough. We've had these in the smoker for about an hour and we have talked about it. Let's see what they look like inside. Boom. Nice pink. See that juice, and the more we get in here, the more perfectly cooked this thing is gonna be. A solid medium. And again, I know some of you guys are gonna say that you like your steaks medium rare or whatever. Just cook it to medium rare, dude. I don't want to eat that. I like my steak medium. Call me what you will. Look at that. We got a nice smoke look to it. All right. Look at that. Look at that piece of meat. That's beautiful right there. Again, you can see it's a warm pink center. It's not too over the top, it's not too raw, it's not too overcooked. That's gonna be perfect for most people to eat. That's how I like my steak. But now we gotta find out, is this steak as good as it looks? And I'll be happy to taste test that for you. Man. If you guys aren't eating picanha, dude, I don't know what to tell you. My Uncle Scott would just eat this fat and chew it like it was gum. I'm not gonna do that. You can if you want to, but the meat, I'll eat that meat all day, boys. Don't be a pervert, all right? You sicko. Actually, do what you like in your life, but don't be a pervert. I'm gonna, look at that. You can see like the fat is rendered nicely. Well, guys, if you like this video, if you found it interesting, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know how you would have cooked this better than me, because I suck and you're better than me, obviously. So leave that down in the comments below. But whatever you do, remember, there are no rules in cooking. Cook it how you like it, man. Change it up, you know, make it yours. Cook good, eat good. Check us out at skullandmortar.com, and we'll be back next week with a brand new video. So after we get you looking dope as possible in your Skull and Mortar t-shirt, we gotta get to the cooking. We might as well get that food tasting fly as possible with your Beach Bum Barbecue Rub, made exclusively by Skull and Mortar. It's award winning. It's gonna take your food from the bottom to the top. And after we sauce you up, we might as well rub you up, my friends, with that Skull and Mortar rub. That's right, don't be a pervert. We're not talking about that kind of rub up, my friend. We're talking about the rub that you put on your meat. Again, come on, dude. Have some class. Put this on your chicken, your pork, your beef, your fish. It doesn't matter, you can put it on anything. If you can find something you can't put it on, shoot me a DM, because you'll literally blow my own mind. Check it out now at skullandmortar.com.